Hello everyone, this is Priyanka Singh. Welcome to today's session on using AI safely. In this training, we will explore how to effectively use AI in your writing tasks and the strategies to avoid having your work detected as AI generated. Understanding these principles is crucial for maintaining academic integrity and ensuring the quality of your work. Let's begin with the critical question. What are the consequences if your assignment is found to contain AI-generated content? Can anyone give me some idea? Well, some of you might think that having a little AI content is okay. But as a responsible company, we strictly prohibit any AI-generated content. If Turnitin identifies AI in your work, you will automatically fail the assignment, preventing you from passing the training. This will lead to termination of any future collaboration opportunities. The consequences are severe, so always ensure your work is completely original and reflects your own efforts. Let's consider another question. If Turnitin detects a 0% AI rate, does that mean the professor will not judge it as AI writing? Well, it's important to understand that even if Turnitin does not identify AI-generated content, this does not guarantee that your work is safe. Let me tell you, professors and tutors have experience and can mutually detect AI writing through inconsistencies, awkward phrasing, and other signs that tools might miss. Therefore, relying solely on a 0% AI rate is not sufficient to ensure the integrity of your work. Here we have an example of a paragraph generated directly by AI, but not identified as AI written by Turnitin. This highlights the importance of creating original content and not relying entirely on AI tools to pass detection. In this class, we will cover three main sections. First, we will look at how to detect AI writing and understand the key features that make AI-generated content identifiable. Second, we will explore strategies to reduce the likelihood of your work being flagged as AI-generated, focusing on practical techniques to make your writing appear more authentic. Finally, we will discuss the appropriate uses of AI in writing, highlighting how you can leverage AI tools to enhance your work. So without any further delay, let's get started. Our first section is about detecting AI writing. This section is divided into two parts. In the first part, we will examine why writings are identified as AI generated. In the second part, we will demonstrate how to use Turnitin to detect AI-generated content. This includes a step-by-step guide on submitting your work to Turnitin and interpreting the results. Here is an example of pure AI writing without any changes. This is easy to spot because of its distinct AI patterns, right? Simply copying and pasting from an AI tool can get your work flagged by Turnitin. So always review and modify AI-generated content to match your own style. Next, we see an article fully proofread by AI. Relying on AI for the whole document can introduce detectable patterns. Thus, it is crucial to review and tweak your work to keep it original. Now, let us look at another common issue. This slide shows the risk of accepting all Grammarly suggestions without review. Please note that while Grammarly can improve your text, blindly accepting every suggestion can remove your personal voice and introduce AI patterns. Therefore, review suggestions and incorporate only those that truly enhance your writing. Moving on to paraphrasing AI-generated content. Here is a definition of it. Simply rewording AI text without adding your insights can still be detected. Effective paraphrasing means changing words, restructuring sentences, and adding your own ideas. This example shows paraphrasing AI content. If you look carefully, even though sentences are rephrased, lack of new insights makes it obvious the original was AI generated. Thus, add new ideas and analysis to make your writing unique. Now, let's talk about inconsistencies in calculations. This slide highlights inconsistencies in calculation methods. Let me tell you, AI-generated content might solve problems differently from what is taught in class. So ensure your calculation steps match the classroom methods to demonstrate your understanding. Next, we will look at AI-generated mathematical formulas. Here, we list complex mathematical areas where AI might generate content. While AI can help, it often lacks the nuanced understanding of human learning. So always verify AI-generated formulas for accuracy and consistency. This slide talks the last issue about AI detection reduction websites. Even though these tools claim to make AI content less detectable, let me tell you, they are still AI and not foolproof. Using such websites can still result in detection because they cannot completely hide AI traces. Plus, professors are not easily fooled. They can spot awkward phrasing and structural issues that indicate AI use. To wrap up, here are the 7 types of AI writing that can be detected. Please note, avoiding these helps maintain your work's integrity. All right, everyone, let's start with a quick quiz to get our brains warmed up. Can we use Grammarly for our assignments? Is Grammarly a helpful tool or something we should avoid completely? Take a moment to think about it and write your answer in the chat box. I want each one of you to respond in the chat box. Let me see how many of you get it right. Well, that's wonderful. I can see most of you are giving me the correct answer. Good job. Keep it up. Okay, I hope by now everyone has answered in the chat box. So here I reveal the correct answer. The correct answer is A. Yes, we can use Grammarly for our assignments. But there is more to it. Let's explore when it is appropriate to use Grammarly and when it is not. Well, Grammarly is an incredibly useful tool, especially for handling basic spelling and grammar errors. It can quickly catch common mistakes and offer suggestions that improve the clarity of your expression and sentence structure. Additionally, Grammarly helps diversify vocabulary and adjust the tone, ensuring your document is formatted correctly. However, there are situations where a manual review is essential. For example, when adhering to academic style and formatting requirements, specialized terminology and field-specific language often need more meticulous handling. Moreover, ensuring content consistency and coherence throughout your paper requires a human touch. When dealing with complex grammar issues and following academic integrity and citation guidelines, the nuanced judgment and detailed review capabilities of a person are irreplaceable. Therefore, while Grammarly can serve as a valuable assistant in your writing process, it should not replace your own critical thinking and careful review. So please remember, by using Grammarly judiciously, you can make your writing more efficient and accurate while maintaining academic rigor and originality. Now, let's move on to our next quiz question. Can ChatGPT be used to solve building structure calculation problems? Is ChatGPT a reliable tool for complex engineering calculations? Take a moment to think about it and type your answer in the chat box. Well, yet again, I'm getting a lot of responses and I can see most of you are giving me the correct answer. That's really wonderful. So now let me show you the correct answer. The correct answer is B. No, ChatGPT cannot be used to solve building structure calculation problems. While ChatGPT can assist with many types of questions and offer explanations, it is not designed for the purpose or the precise and detailed calculations required in structural engineering. The methods used by ChatGPT might not align with the specific techniques taught in your lectures, leading to noticeable inconsistencies in calculation methods compared to lecture content. Now, Let's go through the steps to use Turnitin for detecting AI-generated content. First, go to the Turnitin website and log in with company account. During the training process, you won't have access to a company account. Once you pass the training, you can request a company account from your team manager to log in. Once you are logged in, you will see the dashboard. Look for the Quick Submit button at the top. Click on it to start the submission process. Next, you will be directed to a page where you can submit your document. Click the Submit button to proceed. Before you upload your file, you need to customize your search settings. Tick all the boxes to ensure a comprehensive search. Make sure to choose No Repository to prevent your document from being stored in Turnitin's database. This is important because it keeps your submission private and only checks for originality without adding it to the repository. Now it's time to upload your file. Fill in the required fields with the order name. Ensure that the message indicating the file you're submitting will not be added to any repository is displayed before you upload your file. This step is crucial to avoid any unintended storage of your document. After uploading your file, you will be asked to confirm the details. Review the information to make sure everything is correct. Then click the Confirm button to proceed. Once your submission is confirmed, you will see a completion message. Click Go to Assignment Inbox to view your submitted document and its status. In the assignment inbox, you will see a color bar next to your document. Click on this color bar to view the similarity report and AI detection rate. Finally, review the AI detection rate. It is crucial that this rate is 0%. If the AI detection rate is not 0%, you may need to revise your document to ensure it is entirely original and free from AI-generated content. Now, let's move on to our next quiz question. Could we upload files on this page as it is currently displayed? Think about it carefully. Is everything set up correctly for the file upload? Please type your answer in the chat box. Well, the answer is B. No, we cannot upload files on this page as it is currently displayed. The page is missing a crucial setting. We need to ensure the message, the file you're submitting will not be added to any repository, is displayed before uploading the file. If this message is not shown, you need to go back to the previous step and adjust the settings. Crucially, select No Repository to prevent your document from being stored in Turnitin's database. This setting ensures your submission is only checked for originality without being added to the repository. After ensuring these settings are correct, you can proceed to upload your file. Next, we will discuss strategies to lower AI detection. This section is crucial to ensure your writing appears natural and original. We will cover three main areas: sentence rewriting techniques, enhancing paragraph logic, and incorporating examples. Let's dive into the first strategy. Our first strategy is sentence rewriting techniques. There are three key methods to focus on: frequent AI-generated keywords, synonym replacement, and sentence length and complexity. Let's explore each of these in more detail. First, let's talk about frequent AI-generated keywords. AI tools often use certain words that can make your text sound less natural. Words like ascertain, acquire, articulate, etc. are common in AI-generated content. Using these words too frequently can make your writing seem artificial. So, it's important to modify or avoid these words to make your text sound more personal and authentic. Next, we have synonym replacement. Using synonyms can diversify your vocabulary and make your writing more dynamic. For example, you can replace ascertain with find out, acquire with get. For articulate, you can use say, etc. By varying your word choice with synonyms, you can make your text more engaging and less predictable. This approach helps in making your writing feel more natural and less like it was generated by AI. Finally, let's discuss sentence length and complexity. Varying the structure of your sentences can create a more natural flow in your writing. For instance, an original AI-generated sentence might read, "The study was conducted in 2020. It included 200 participants." You could modify this to, "Conducted in 2020, the study included 200 participants." Okay. Similarly, this method is efficient. It saves time and resources can be changed to, "This efficient method saves both time and resources." Okay, so mixing short and long sentences helps maintain the reader's interest and makes the text feel more organic. Now it's time for quiz 4. What other commonly used words or phrases generated by AI can you think of? And what alternatives can you use to replace them? Take a moment to consider the AI-generated words we have discussed so far and think about other examples you might have encountered. What are some alternatives that can make your writing sound more natural? Think about it and write down in the chat box. I want each one of you to respond in the chat box. Well, I can see most of you are on the right track. Well done, guys. I am glad. Okay, so let me show you some examples. Instead of fabricate, you can use make. Instead of terminate, you can use end. And instead of commence, you can use start. Please note that it's not that these words cannot be used at all. Rather, they should be used sparingly and with minimal repetition. The goal is to vary your vocabulary and avoid patterns that can be easily identified as AI generated. Now let's move on to enhancing paragraph logic. This strategy helps in making your writing more coherent and readable. We will focus on 4 main aspects. Let's check each of these aspects. First, we need to avoid repetition. Prevent saying the same thing multiple times within your paragraphs. This keeps your writing concise and engaging. Second, focus on creating meaningful paragraphs. Ensure each paragraph has substantial content and is of appropriate length, ideally between 200 to 400 words per paragraph. This makes your writing more robust and informative. Third, minimize unnecessary summarizing. Reduce the use of summary statements that do not add value to the paragraph. Instead, focus on delivering key points directly. Lastly, use logical connectives where they logically fit. These help in linking ideas smoothly and maintaining a natural flow in your writing. Now, let's take a closer look at avoiding repetition. For example, in the provided AI-generated paragraph, as you can see on the screen, phrases like dogs can bring joy and such dogs can be considered as healers are repeated multiple times, right? Thus making the text redundant. In contrast, manually written content is more varied and flows better. Instead of repeating phrases, it uses different expressions to convey the same idea in a more engaging manner. For instance, dogs can bring joy in human beings' lives in various unique ways is a clear and concise sentence that avoids unnecessary repetition. Now, let's talk about creating meaningful paragraphs. For example, as you can see on the screen, the AI-generated paragraph on the left breaks the content into fragmented pieces, making it hard to follow. In contrast, manually written content forms a logical single paragraph, integrating ideas smoothly. Each paragraph should have substantial content, ideally between 200 to 400 words, and should develop a single idea thoroughly. Now let's focus on minimizing unnecessary summarizing. For instance, the AI-generated paragraph on the left repeatedly summarizes points, making the content feel redundant. Instead, manually written content summarizes only when necessary, thus providing a clear and concise conclusion wherever appropriate. Finally, let's discuss the use of logical connectives. As you can see on the screen, phrases like "in this regard," "moreover," and "therefore" are overused, making the text feel artificial. Manually written content, on the other hand, uses connectives only where they logically fit, thus creating a fluent and natural flow of ideas. Now let's talk about incorporating examples into your writing. To make your content more engaging and credible, you can use personal experiences, reference others' opinions, and cite external or primary data. Remember, these examples should be added manually to ensure authenticity and relevance. So let's break down each of these methods. First, let's discuss how personal experiences can enrich your writing. AI-generated text often feels impersonal and generic, right? Adding personal anecdotes, even if they are not real, can make your writing more engaging and relatable. Just ensure these stories align with our client's background and seem plausible. For example, mentioning a specific event from a hypothetical placement or a believable observation can add authenticity and help your audience connect with your perspective. Now, let's talk about referencing others' opinions. AI-generated content often lacks depth. By manually adding references to credible sources, you can strengthen your arguments. Citing specific studies or quoting experts directly, as shown in the manually written example, adds authority and shows thorough research. This makes your points more convincing. Finally, let's emphasize the importance of citing external or primary data. AI-generated text can often be vague, lacking specific details. Therefore, including concrete numbers and statistics makes your writing much more persuasive. For instance, using specific scores from Hofstede's cultural dimensions provides clear evidence to back up your points. Additionally, referencing primary data from interviews or surveys you have conducted can add a unique and credible dimension to your work. So please remember, these are details that AI cannot generate on its own. Let's move on to quiz 5. Please identify which issues we just discussed are present in the following paragraph. Take a close look at the text and consider whether it suffers from any of the following problems. Look carefully at the structure and content of the paragraph and think about the issues we have covered so far. I will give you 1 minute to read the paragraph and write the answer in the chat box. That's really wonderful. Yet again, I can see most of you are on the right track. So now let me reveal the correct answers. The answer is B, C, and D. Now let's analyze the paragraph to see which issues are present. Notice that the paragraph is quite short and uses several logical connectives like as a result, consequently, and in conclusion. This overuse of connectives makes the text feel repetitive and forced. Instead of enhancing the flow, it interrupts the natural progression of ideas. So the key issues here are B, meaningful paragraphs, C, minimize summarizing, and D, logical connectives. Addressing these issues would improve the paragraph's readability and effectiveness. Now we are going to talk about some appropriate use of AI. We will teach you 2 ways of using AI based on the type of orders. We use AI to help generate an outline in writing tasks. As for exams, we use AI to generate a prepare note. To get an outline for writing tasks, generally there are 4 things we should do. First, we use AI to help summarize the lecture notes. Second, we use AI to help summarize the reading materials. These 2 steps give us a general view of the knowledge in the task. Third, we use AI to read the requirements. Fourth, we use it to help read the marking rubric. Finally, when all these steps are done, the output given by ChatGPT is our outline for this specific writing task, which we can use in practice. And now I will guide you through each step. First, use ChatGPT to summarize your lecture notes by uploading 2-3 lectures at a time to avoid confusion. Use the prompt, summarize the key points of lecture materials for a general summary. If you need more details, input the prompt, make it more detailed to ensure all key elements are covered to get a comprehensive summary. To personalize the content, add your own ideas and keywords. For example, you can use the prompt should include Hoffman's moral development theory to make the output more specific to your needs. By following these steps, you can effectively summarize your lecture notes with ChatGPT. After summarizing lecture notes, review the assigned readings. Upload the readings and use the prompt. Provide a summary of the chapter on your theme. Make sure to include key elements and core concepts. The AI's role ends here. Please note, the following steps must be done manually. That is, extract keywords from the summary, read the abstract, introduction, and conclusion of the reading, search for the extracted keywords within the reading. Finally, read the related content and add it to your write-up. This process helps maintain focus on the relevant context while using AI to assist with summaries. Understanding the assignment requirements is crucial. First, upload the requirement file and use the prompt, share an outline to generate a basic outline. Next, manually compare the AI-generated outline with the requirement files and make necessary revisions to ensure it meets all requirements. Avoid using full sentences generated by ChatGPT directly. Finally, you will get a brief outline that includes keywords from your lecture notes and readings. This ensures your work aligns with the assignment requirements while effectively using AI assistants. For assignments with a marking rubric, upload the rubric and include an image of the HD criteria. Use the prompt, revise the outline or improve ideas to refine the outline. Please note it is crucial to check the HD criteria separately to aim for the highest quality. Finally, manually cross-check the AI-generated outline with the rubric to ensure all requirements are met. This approach ensures your work aligns with the highest standards. Following these steps will give you an outline that includes course content, supplementary readings, requirements, and high grading standards. Ensure you manually double-check the content to meet all assignment details. Avoid using full AI-generated sentences to prevent plagiarism issues with tools like Turnitin. Always aim for a 0% AI detection rate. Here are some general rules for the prompt. It is important for us to keep our prompt simple and clear. Critical and negative prompts should be avoided. Adding keywords in prompt can make the content generated closer to the assignment. Also, stating the purpose of the summary will make the generated content more personalized. We can also use AI to help us generate exam prepare note when handling exam tasks. Exam prepare note is a concise and organized summary of the key concepts, important details, and essential information that you need to review before an exam. Firstly, we need to upload the readings and weekly notes together into ChatGPT and give prompt. Provide a summary of your theme, whatever is your theme. Make sure to include key elements and core concepts. Make it specifically for exam preparation. Here, it is important to state the purpose clearly in the prompt. It is specifically for exam preparation. Sometimes exam is based on a given context. This requires us to do step 2 and get more details. We give prompt. Discuss some relevant sections from this part. Here, we almost get an exam prepare note. But to make it useful for exam, we give prompt to revise the content. So therefore, input, make it as a preparation note that can be used as an exam guide to achieve high score of 80% at least. If there is something you would like to add, generate your own prompt. Give prompt like, this note should include XYZ. Okay? Finally, we get an exam preparation note that incorporates the course content and the supplementary reading. An exam preparation note may look like the image on the right. It can be better and more purposeful if you add your own idea in the prompt. Now, here is a small quiz about what we have learned in this section. 2 prompts are given. Read and decide which one is better. Please type your answer in the chat box. That's right. That's really wonderful. Most of you are giving me the correct answer yet again. Well done. Good job. The answer is A. B is more like a critical prompt, right? We do not ask ChatGPT to do critical thinking for us. We give prompts to tell AI what to do. We always give simple and clear instructions. So that was all about using AI safely lecture. After this lecture, I will upload this lecture file with the speech below each slide in the group chat. You are more than welcome to ask me any questions related to the lecture. Also, after class, you will have a test with 3 paragraphs. Choose any 2 and rewrite each into a 300-word paragraph. This will assess your ability to adapt AI-generated content using today's lessons. So, any questions before we finish this lecture? If you have no questions and everything is clear to you, then please type 1 in the chat box before we end this session. Thank you very much for watching. That was a wonderful session with you all. Have a good day and good luck with your test.